Laziness is frequently misinterpreted as merely a deficiency in willpower or motivation, but in reality, it's a complex interplay of physical, mental, and spiritual factors. At its core, laziness stems from a depletion of energy, an energy that could be otherwise channeled toward purpose, growth, or creation. In our fast-paced world where distractions are omnipresent, this energy is frequently squandered. Semen retention offers a transformative approach, not only to regain this lost energy, but to elevate it to a higher purpose, ultimately wiping out the root causes of laziness. To understand how semen retention addresses laziness, we must first explore the deeper nature of this practice. Semen is not just a physical fluid. It is viewed as a concentrated form of life force energy, deeply tied to creativity, vitality, and the ability to focus. This energy is sacred in many spiritual traditions and is believed to fuel every aspect of one's being. When we engage in semen retention, we are not simply abstaining from ejaculation, we are conserving and redirecting this potent energy to fuel our physical and mental actions. As this energy accumulates within the body, it begins to positively affect our vitality. We experience increased levels of focus, clarity, and a heightened sense of purpose. When these qualities align, they directly combat laziness, pushing us to take action and to move toward our goals with intention and vigor. The process becomes a catalyst for personal transformation. For many men, frequent ejaculation is an unconscious act driven by habit, social conditioning, or immediate gratification. But with every release, a significant amount of energy is lost, both physically and emotionally. This depletion can have subtle yet profound effects on the mind and body, leading to feelings of lethargy, confusion, and a lack of motivation, hallmarks of what we often label as laziness. When the body releases semen, it goes through a physiological process that can temporarily drain the energy reserves. In traditional Chinese medicine and various yogic teachings, this release is seen as a loss of vital life force, often referred to as qi or prana. Over time, these constant energy drains leave individuals feeling fatigued, sluggish, and less able to engage in sustained effort toward personal growth or self-improvement. Semen retention interrupts this cycle of depletion by allowing the energy to remain within the body where it can be reabsorbed. And redirected, this reabsorption process begins to fortify the individual, building up a deeper well of energy that can be used to tackle tasks with renewed vigor. As the energy builds, so does the mental and physical strength needed to overcome the inertia of laziness. This phenomenon is especially powerful for individuals who have struggled with procrastination or lack of drive. By simply retaining semen, one begins to experience a shift in their relationship to energy. It's no longer about the momentary pleasure of release, but about cultivating and using energy for long-term goals. This shift helps eradicate the feeling of laziness as it aligns your energy with your highest intentions. The mind is one of the biggest battlegrounds when it comes to overcoming laziness. Thoughts of inadequacy, fear, self-doubt, and distraction often cloud our ability to take decisive action. These mental blocks are commonly exacerbated by an energy imbalance that leaves us feeling mentally foggy or unmotivated. In this state, even the simplest of tasks can feel monumental, and procrastination becomes a constant companion. Semen retention, however, enhances mental clarity. As energy accumulates, it has a direct impact on brain function, enhancing concentration and focus. With less energy wasted on distractions or constant cravings, the mind becomes sharper, and the willpower to push through mental resistance strengthens. This effect is not just temporary, it builds over time, becoming a permanent feature of your daily experience. The process of mental purification through semen retention involves much more than just abstaining from ejaculation. It requires you to discipline your thoughts, redirecting them toward higher pursuits rather than immediate short-term pleasures. As you progress in this discipline, the clutter of unproductive thought patterns begins to dissipate. This leaves room for deep focus, the ability to prioritize long-term goals, and a deep connection to your sense of purpose. Through semen retention, procrastination starts to lose its grip.
Where once there may have been hesitation or avoidance, there is now action. By honing your focus, your mind becomes capable of sustained effort, regardless of the size of the task at hand. This mental clarity is one of the most powerful antidotes to laziness, as it empowers you to overcome the inertia that keeps you from your best self. The body's physical state plays an integral role in combating laziness. When energy is low, our natural impulse is to conserve resources. This often results in lethargy, a lack of enthusiasm for physical activities, and an overall sense of disengagement. In such a state, even the smallest physical effort feels like an uphill battle. By practicing semen retention, the body begins to experience an increase in energy that is palpable. As the energy reserves within the body build, physical strength and stamina increase. You may find yourself feeling more energetic, more willing to engage in physical activity, and more capable of taking on challenging tasks. This newfound vitality becomes an automatic counter to laziness, as your body naturally wants to use the energy it has accumulated. In addition to increased energy, semen retention has a profound impact on hormonal balance. Testosterone levels, which are closely linked to motivation, confidence, and physical performance, rise during periods of retention. This boost in testosterone fosters not only physical strength, but also a deeper sense of motivation. The body's increased vitality drives the desire to act, while the hormonal balance supports the mental clarity necessary to follow through with those actions. As you continue on the path of semen retention, this physical and hormonal recalibration becomes more and more noticeable. You'll begin to notice that your body feels lighter, more energized, and more in sync with your desires. The drive to act becomes less of a conscious decision and more of an instinctive response to the abundance of energy within you. In this way, semen retention directly wipes out laziness by restoring the body's natural vitality. On a deeper level, laziness is often a manifestation of spiritual disconnection. When we are disconnected from our higher purpose, when we lack a sense of direction or meaning, we become prone to procrastination and inaction. The void created by this disconnection is filled with distractions, often leading to periods of stagnation and complacency. Semen retention is an inherently spiritual practice that connects you to a higher sense of purpose. It's not just about holding on to energy, it's about aligning that energy with your highest self. As the energy builds, so does your connection to the divine. This connection brings clarity about your true desires and the steps needed to manifest them. It's this alignment with your deeper purpose that breaks the chains of laziness. For when you are connected to something greater, inertia becomes impossible. Moreover, as you progress in your semen retention journey, you begin to experience spiritual awakening. This awakening involves a profound shift in consciousness where you begin to see the world and yourself in a new light. Your sense of self-worth increases, your sense of discipline strengthens, and your actions become aligned with your true values. This spiritual alignment provides the motivation to act in a way that transcends personal desire, pushing you toward greater contributions to society, to your community, and to your own growth. Semen retention in this sense becomes a tool for spiritual mastery. As you control your desires, you begin to master your lower instincts, elevating your actions to those of a more spiritually awakened individual. This deep connection to your higher purpose not only dispels laziness, but transforms it into passionate action toward the fulfillment of your soul's calling. At the core of overcoming laziness is discipline, a quality that is often overlooked in favor of motivation or inspiration. However, true discipline is the foundation for consistent action, and it's one of the key benefits that semen retention offers to those committed to the practice. Through the act of retention, a man not only learns how to conserve his vital energy, but also how to harness that energy to build self-control in all areas of life.
The connection between semen retention and self-discipline is profound. In a world where instant gratification is constantly at our fingertips, resisting the urge for immediate pleasure becomes a powerful act of will. Each time a man decides to retain his semen instead of yielding to fleeting urges, he strengthens his capacity for self-control.
This capacity for restraint builds over time, creating a deep-seated discipline that extends beyond sexual energy into every area of life. Self-discipline is the muscle that combats the temptation to procrastinate, avoid difficult tasks, or give in to the allure of laziness. When a man practices semen retention, he becomes more in tune with his inner strength, which allows him to remain focused on long-term goals instead of short-term indulgences. The mental clarity that comes from retention further strengthens his resolve to act with purpose as he begins to see how every action contributes to his greater vision. This discipline begins to permeate every aspect of life. Whether it's waking up early, completing tasks on time, or pushing through discomfort in order to achieve a goal, the man who practices semen retention learns to channel his energy into productive endeavors. Laziness no longer feels like a viable option because the individual has trained themselves to be strong, focused, and committed to their own growth. He understands that in every moment there is a choice to either give in to inertia or to act in alignment with their higher self. Moreover, the self-control gained from semen retention fosters a deep sense of pride and accomplishment. As the practice continues and discipline deepens, the man begins to feel the results of his efforts not just in his physical energy, but in his sense of personal power. He is no longer at the mercy of his impulses or distractions. Instead, he is the master of his own energy, and in this mastery, laziness has no place. By embracing the discipline of semen retention, the individual unlocks a well of inner strength that propels him forward in all areas of life. Ultimately, the power of semen retention in wiping out laziness lies in its ability to transform your energy, mind, body, and spirit. It is a holistic practice that addresses the root causes of laziness: energy depletion, mental fog, physical stagnation, and spiritual disconnection. By conserving and redirecting your vital life force, semen retention provides the tools needed to overcome inertia and unlock your true potential. Through this practice, laziness becomes a distant memory. The individual who embraces semen retention begins to experience a deep shift in their ability to act decisively, to work with focus, and to align their actions with their highest goals. It is not just about avoiding laziness, but about embracing a life of purpose, action, and spiritual fulfillment. The journey of semen retention is ultimately a journey of self-mastery, and in this mastery, laziness becomes irrelevant. As you continue your journey of semen retention, remember that every step you take toward retaining your energy is a step away from the lethargy that once held you back. With each day, you become more in tune with your body's natural rhythm, more connected to your mind's true clarity, and more aligned with your soul's purpose. This is how semen retention wipes out laziness, by transforming you into the best version of yourself, free from distractions, free from stagnation, and full of life.